on a Sunday night with the last of the case of Composite Hobby in our 2 boxers, 2 random tiered teams per spot. Thanks for the fill, y'all. Appreciate the support here on the Sunday night 2 boxer edition. This is number 115. Yes, can you believe it? Since we have started our Sunday 2 boxers, we are now at break number 115 in just, I don't know, a couple of months here, just doing Sunday breaks only. There's actually one person on this screen that may have been in all 115 of them. I don't know. I'd have to fact check that, but it's pretty darn close. So thanks to all of you that have supported our Sunday 2 boxers, multiple styles, whether it's division randoms or drafts or serial numbers or 2 random tiered teams or random teams. A lot of you have supported these Sunday 2 boxers. Thank you very much. Every Sunday night, a 2 boxer of some sort, regular, try to have reasonably priced boxes on drafts and just kind of quick fills, quick hitters, just live in the chat. So thank you guys for your support here. That's a Dan Fouts to 250. I need some more top loaders. Yes, I do. We'll be right back. We need top loaders. Yes, we do. We need top loaders more than you. Bryce Young. And Donovan McNabb and a Nolan Cromwell. Frank Gore. Bruce Smith and 2 Youngs there. Sports Card Radio. Sports Card Radio was plugging you up again on Thursday night. Barry Sanders, Edgerrin James, Brett Favre, a C.J. Stroud midnight. Who's on the Texans? Adrian, nice hit. And a Jay Novacek to 175. Again, last of the hobby case here. Last of the hobby case. We do have two Delight boxes left from the case that I started. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with those. Maybe I'll just mix them up in the mix with the personals since we didn't get to them. And just have them here for personals live in the shop or whatnot. Walker, Brown, Steve Young. A Steve Young green. Oh, that's thicky. That's probably our patch. Will Levis, Bo Jackson, Emmitt Smith, a resurgence Randy Moss here, and another Tom Brady. Peyton Manning, J.J. Watt, Taylor. Here comes our... Is that our first or our second autograph? I don't remember. Did we hit an autograph already? No, this is probably our first autograph. Oh, yeah, this is going to be our first autograph here because I passed up on the patch. Let's see. Wide receiver. That's Keyshawn, huh? Johnson for the Jets. It is Chuck B on the Jets with a key. Throw me the damn ball. You know what? I do too. I do too, Wiggy. I think just, you know, so anybody that's been doing cards for a while, which most of us have, you know, there is still going to be a differential between, you know, what people pay for licensed versus unlicensed, right? So we'll put that aside. We just won't get too heavily invested or overpay for, we will not overpay for an unlicensed single. But that doesn't discount the quality of the cards or the collectible nature. Like I want a lot of these Mosses. I'm going after the Hutches. I'm going to buy them. Do I know that an unlicensed version of these cards are going to sell less than the licensed version of their card? Yes. Which is why I'm going to pay the right price for it and not buy it right now. We're going to wait. We're going to wait a couple of months for the product to be out there and for all the retail stuff to be run through. We're going to wait for it to surface. We're going to wait for the prices to stabilize. We're selling right now. But the cards themselves are great. I don't care what anybody says. You're not going to tell me that's phooey or it's unlicensed, so I don't want to buy it. The cards are great. We're just gonna buy our teams and collect the ones that we want to collect. We're just going to pay the right price for it, just like we would a normal unlicensed autograph, right? It doesn't make, so yes, there's going to be a differential. We know that, okay? It is what it is. But the cards are great. So just don't overextend yourself. Do not buy right now. In fact, list right now. If you get any of these big cards right now, list them is my recommendation. List them, get them out while you can. Because just like every unlicensed product, there's going to be a differential. But the fact remains that these are great cards. There is still going to be a collectibleness to them, especially for Vikings fans like me. I want every single one of these Mosses, I can tell you that. And I'm going to fight delay for them on eBay. I already know that. But I still want them. Just because they're unlicensed doesn't mean I don't want them. It just means I'm not going to pay as much as I would on a licensed card, and that's just the fact of the matter. So just don't overextend on buying the singles, and these are great. Like I'm going after my first ever Moss Chrome Black. Hell yes, I am. I'm not going to pay through the roof for it, but I'm definitely going to still buy it, you know. But the cards themselves, they're great cards. They're great cards. I've got zero issues with the quality control. I've got zero issues with how they look. In fact, these Chrome Cosmic cards are badass, man. So just be mindful. Don't overextend yourself, overpaying for a single. Don't get caught up in the hype. Do not do that. But you absolutely, as a collector of a certain team, should want some of these in your collection. Yeah, I mean, it's just, we just be smart about it. You know what I mean? Randy White. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? The cards are great. It's just you don't want to get overextended. You don't want to, you don't want to pay more than you should for a product that that's unlicensed and may not have the long-term sort of high-end potential. But it doesn't change the fact that these midnight cards are badass and they've never made them before. So, whatever. I'm swooping them on the low on eBay in a month or two. I can promise you that. And guess what? These cards for $1, $2, $3, $5, like even base cards like this, are gonna make me a killing in the shop in my $1 to $5 bin. They're gonna make me a killing. So whatever, you know? Now I just got to buy some. I haven't opened any of this myself. I don't think I have a. Well, I take that back. I bought a couple singles off some people at a reasonable price, just to kind of have in my shop. But a Teddy Bruschi, Anthony Richardson, and Richardson. All right, last patch autograph of the case. Brady or bust? Who's on the Patriots? D-Lay is. All right, Brady or bust here. Brady or bust. Damn it. Brady or bust. Hold on, we're not going to peek. We're not going to peek. We're not peeking. We're not peeking. Keenan McCardle, McMahon, Holt, Drew Bledsoe, Warner, Novacek, Jerry Rice, and it's a Rod Woodson /15. Wow, that's a low-numbered Rod Woodson on the player-worn material here. Composite autograph variations on the Woodson for the Steelers. Who's on the Steelers? Steve Yang. What up, Steve? It's a great hit there for Steve on the Steelers. All right. This feels thin. This one feels thin. This feels abnormally thin comparatively to the last couple. I wonder if it's... So obviously there's no patch autograph up in here. We've had plenty of it. Let's see. We're not peeking. We're not peeking. All right, here we go. Andre Reed for the Bills. Red /20 on the Earl for the Titans. Chuck B is on the Titans. These the Delight boxes are I've been selling them for like $5.50 in my store and online here to people. I've been selling for $5.50. My guess and market I think is like around $5.80, $5.90ish. I'm guessing, so a little bit under market. And then the hobbies I think have been selling for around $400 or so. That's an Richardson /99. I still have 4 cases of Delight and 1 case of Hobby left. And so I think I'm gonna find a fun way to put them in mixers over the next for football season. I didn't run any select this weekend, as you guys saw. I only got 2 cases plus like 8 loose boxes. That was all I was allocated. So I wanted to save the select for next week, football starting season. But this week I'm going to have some mixers with a bunch of different products. I have another case of that Gold Rush to do. So this week for football, as we ramp up to the start of football season, I'm going to use the Delight and stuff for the mixers and along with some other products and stuff. So should be a fun week ahead. I saved my select just to make sure I had some for next week, because rebuy on that with all the XRCs is going to be expensive. 149 on the Hester. A Neil Anderson /50. A Peyton Manning. First autograph of the Delight is an Eric Moulds for the Bills. Austin's on the Bills. For the Chargers, one of the best to ever do it for his position. That's you, Chuck B. Antonio Gates. Also another Hall of Famer coming up here. On the last autograph, I did peek just right now. One of the best to ever do it at his position. It's to 25 on the Ray Lewis. That's you, Wyatt. All right, well, what a case. That was a great case of hobby, by the way. We had an outstanding case of hobby. I can't even remember which one was the delight in the hobby, but I mean, we hit Levis RPA, we hit the Young RPA, Stroud, we didn't hit a Richardson RPA, but we hit the Chrome Black, two or three Stroud autos. I mean, what a run we had this weekend on the delight and the hobby cases. I do have those 2 delight boxes back. Maybe I'll offer them up as personals since we don't have any more to do breaks on. But thank you very much for the fills on these guys. I really do appreciate it.